Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to CappingTV's coverage of ESEA's Mountain Dew League for season number 29 on this giant brown island called Australia. My name is Justin, aka Cyberwaste, and I cannot cast this alone. I do have a right-hand man. His name is Chuck. How do you do, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. How's yourself?
Doing very well and very loud, very brash, and very keen to hook into a brand new season of ESEA and their Mountain Dew League. We've got a game on deck very shortly between seadoggs and Formidable, and two relative unknowns that will be going at it in terms of at least their recent results. They haven't really shown much, so a bit of a curious beast we've got in front of us.
Yeah, just going through the stats on how these two teams are playing. We haven't seen much of them, so it's going to be, I'm hoping, going to be a very close game. What we're going to be seeing here, you know, not it's going to be quite unexpected what's going to happen.
And sometimes it could be the start of something great. A team could get their first win and they could start a run, and they could be a dark horse in the season to come. And to make things clear, this is the opening night of season number 29. There have been 29 seasons. That's actually remarkable when you sit down and look at it.
Yes, so the game should be kicking off pretty soon here. Looks like we're about to be getting in it in a second.
Just waiting for all the fragsters and players to show up in the server, and we've got a few there. Just a couple might have missed the clocks by a couple of minutes, but it should be fine from here on out. Yeah, and yeah, well, we can't really have a map without any players, and would you kindly run down who we've got on each side, Mr. Duck?
Yes, so for seadoggs, we're going to be having Sig, Floor, Gargoyle, Breaker, Habib, and R1Z. And for Formidable, we're going to be seeing Weeks. I believe is how you pronounce that.
I think it's Boogs.
Boogs?
And confirm.
Yeah.
CJ, X, Nate, and Jetster for Formidable. Could be going on to Train. Looks like, yeah. So it's gonna be quite an interesting game and see what happens.
It'll be really interesting. There has been a bit of a funk between both of these teams. They haven't had the best of runs according to their stats on HLTV. There's only one team with a win in their last 5. One of them will be broken tonight. It's just a question of who.
Yeah, so we see who gets that first win in a while. And as the players slowly ripple in. And yeah, it's going to be great to see who gets this. Hopefully, it's going to be a very close match. Maybe go to some late overtime. Maybe could see that happen, but see what happens.
Yes, the box of unknowns that come with 2 relative unknown teams, a brand new season, and maybe for these teams, nothing to lose. They're here, so they may as well try to make a good impression. We're just waiting for one last member to get the numbers and join in on the server, and we should be going into formalities very, very shortly. Actually, while we're here, I want to run through a couple of unknowns in the full tournament because, yes, there are 16 teams in this Mountain Dew League season, and there are some heavy hitters and some brand new, at least in terms of orgs. We do have Breakaway Chiefs, Dynasty, there's Legacy, Order, MC, and Trident, and Bizarre. There's a relative mixed pot of many teams that are new around the scene and some that have a lot of clout and may just want to play gatekeeper, if you will.
Yeah, so there is going to be some hard hitters going on in between the teams, and going to see a lot of teams getting probably up in those higher ranks earlier on. But it's going to be interesting to see. We're going to be trying to follow through with a lot of these games and keeping up to date, pretty much.
Yes, and the relative melting pot that is the Australian scene, and just watching it sort of evolve over the last little while, you would have noticed a couple of the teams going overseas to DreamHack, one of them going to the minors, and another one in the major in London. So hopefully, a lot of the teams that are in the league right now, they'll want to try and chase that yardstick.
Yeah, especially living in Australia, it's probably one of the hardest countries to break out into those overseas and try and get into those industries, like different games and those big invite onlys, because it's really hard to scrim over here. Our internet connection to the next different country, like it's really hard to get those nice connections with other countries and scrim with them. So it's exciting to see some more teams coming out and going to those invite events.
Indeed, and yeah, I don't really want to get started on how the internet infrastructure is in this country. We could go all night, to be honest. Yeah, not that great. But all that aside, it's really good to see Australian esports at least getting a fair shake now. Like with IEM Sydney over the last couple of years, there was the Melbourne Esports Open recently, which I personally went to, and there were so many people that were so interested in a lot of the different games that were there. And as someone that's liked competition in general and competitive gaming for years, it's really such a wonderful thing to see, and I'm certain that it's going to keep growing, and hopefully one of the teams that we'll see in the league in the near future will blaze a path of their own, and it'll be great to keep an eye on them.
Yeah, it's always good to see someone start from the dust and then sort of follow them through their whole career. It's a little bit exciting, you know?
Watch something be. It's essentially like watching a construction be built. You see the foundation come together, and then as time goes on, you watch it sort of grow into a small house, then a building, then a big bugger off tower that blocks everybody's view, and everybody gets angry. And that sort of analogy actually got away from me for a little bit, but I think I brought it back at the end.
Yeah, I didn't know where you were going, but then at the end, you sort of got me along with it. So, yeah,
it made sense to me. I don't think it'll make sense to many others. That's nobody else's fault but my own.
Yeah, it sort of made sense. So, yeah, so it's gonna be seen. Maybe, hopefully, we can only hope that some of these teams that we follow through are gonna make it to those bigs. And so we saw them when they were little.
we saw them when they were small, and we got to see them grow up so fast. And there is a little bit of an amendment to the in-game UI, which will bring your attention to. You'll see across the top there, the current CT side, our temp name. And that's because of seadoggs just basically not getting their name in time, is what I've been told.
Yeah, that's what happened there. So it's just going to be temp name, but that will be seadoggs into that list. But looks like we're going to be kicking off in a second now. Looks like all the players are in. So should be kicking off any moment now.
Indeed, there's going to be a knife fight, and it'll be to determine which side is who chooses which side. And they're currently going 1-for-1, but not for all that much longer. Meow will get a little bit of a shagging spree, and Nate will get the final drop of blood on the tip of his blade, and that will give Formidable the choice of side. And they are choosing to be on the defense. And now is the time to start. Welcome to the Mountain Dew League and their 29th season, powered by CappingTV and ESEA. My name is Justin, aka Cyberways. My co-caster is Chuckmaster, and we thank you for joining us.
Yeah, so we're going to be kicking off this round. Formidable going for the CT hold. It's going to be exciting. Looks like they are sending, seadoggs are going to be sending a lot towards that stairs area, going maybe towards that B. And to see what happens as they start trying to shift walk and get in to the back of B areas. Maybe go for a lineup and push out from this way as their most aggression is coming from here.
Indeed, and Nate's got a clean eye, but did get completely blinded up, and it looks like the side of seadoggs got out relatively unscathed. Gargoyle did get a little bit tagged up, but that is not to be. The bomb is now down and is up to the side of Formidable to put up a formidable offensive. It looks like Nate and Miss Meow will actually get to doing that. Now it is a 2 versus 4 for the side of seadoggs to try to hang on to, and now it is none. And amongst that long-winded spiel, Formidable will defuse the bomb, and they get the score first.
Yeah, so a nice clean round for Formidable. They did give up the site pretty early on, but they did take it back pretty cleanly, only losing one of the CTs, then taking it back. Nice and convincingly taking that round out. And it looks like they're going to do a little bit of a buy here. Gonna only have one submachine gun and the rest having rifles, some FAMASs, and some M4s up against a full lineup of Deagles here. So those shots could, they hit, if they connect, it could be beautiful. But we're just going to see what happens. That was a beautiful shot by there. And that's 2 of them already taken down. It's going to be hard for them to try and bring back this round. Only 3 Deagles facing a full lineup of basically rifles here. And that's a beautiful shot from R1Z on the, yeah. Oh, that's another beautiful shot by All Might. Going to be taken out. Another one of the CTs, even this out to a 3v3.
That's the power of the Desert Eagle and the 50 Action Express. It could be quite the formidable foe. Nate does rail down All Might with the MP7, but Riz will get another one. So Nate and Floyd will actually get the parting word on a Jester, and now it is down to a duel, and Formidable did not want this at all. It could actually turn directly on its head.
Yeah, both having the FAMASs right now, but that CT is going to have a little more health, but catching him off guard. That's going to be another round for Formidable, but probably losing a lot more eco than they did want to lose there. They lost basically everything, only going to be recovering 1 M4 here, but they did take out the round. That was a lot of damage, destroying the eco for Formidable there, getting a lot of damage done, and they only spent for money for Deagles that round.
And not only that, Riz actually got a 2K to his name. We'll be feeling pretty happy about that. That little damage, that little investment from the side of seadoggs, or the attacking side, to get that much value taken away from the counter-terrorist side, which is more expensive. That's a huge grab for them, and it could be the start of some momentum. Looks like we're getting a really quick contact play out of the A side.
Yeah, that quick contact, but there was a fair bit of head damage done right there. That was a head dig there, but look at that. Beautiful shot, but will be refragged straight out. Gargoyle losing his life. But a nice little boost on Nate then. Going to be taken out R1Z. And that is ending it up with seadoggs on a 2v4. Both having AKs. They do have the bomb. And it looks like they may have sight right now.
They may do, but All Might does not feel it safe to do so. But with that Molotov cutting off one of the potential entry points, that'll be the bomb going down, and Breaker will get rid of Nate. And it's Breaker and All Might being a tandem effort. And now it is Buggs of the AWP in a 1 versus 2. And with the amount that's on his back, he's definitely taking a chance and wanting to get a frag to make this formidable for himself. And there goes a HE for Breaker to have a bit of a chomp on. And now it's down to a duel. All Might sprayed around, but ended up dropping Buggs. And does he pick up the AWP? Yes, he does, to carry that over. And that's seadoggs breaking the goose head and get their first tally.
Yeah, with the buy by Formidable there, that's completely destroyed their eco. They're going to have to go for a pistol round. They do have 1 UMP in hand, but yeah, there's not too much, and they're going to be facing a full, basically, lineup of seadoggs here. They do have the 3 AKs. They're running that new MP5 with an AWP also, and that's a fast play right out of A main, it looks like. They're throwing a lot of smokes. They're still sitting in there as they drop, and look at that. Beautiful kill by Breaker, but Yabo will get a kill, and they're doing a beautiful hold right now. That is a few kills happening off, and they've picked up a lot of guns. They got the AK, they've got that MP5. So, this is turned around, and it's a 2v4.
Such is the way of things. And Nate on the flank will riddle All Might full of bullets, and Nate will put a cap on it. And just like that, never call any round a sure thing in Counter-Strike at all, because something like that could happen and everything could slip through your fingers. And well, that's going to leave the seadoggs at a bit of a rough spot.
Yes, so they did lose that. And Formidable going to basically have everything, having 3 AKs and an AWP. But we're going to see seadoggs going for this Deagle play again. But they're going for a quick drop down that ladder connector. Not going to happen right there. Formidable, we're expecting that, and he's trying to peek out and get some kills. He's on 1 HP, trying to do some damage. He is knocked a CT down to 16 health, but also lost majority of their health. Knocked down as well. So, looks like a round. Oh, no. Look at that. Breaker getting a beautiful shot off right there with the Deagle, showing they're not out. They all have Deagles right now, but it is a 3v3, so it could go any way right now.
It could. You'd give the weapon advantage over to Formidable with the MP9, AK, and the AWP in tow, but we cannot stress this enough in Australian CS. They have Deagles, and Deagles are loved by all that play this game. And knowing what we've seen, they could actually still do a ton of damage and really put Formidable on notice. They're up around the ramp, moving out towards the B side. If they don't check the corner, Nate could have a field day and line the coffers, and that's exactly what he will do. We will rail down 2 members of the seadoggs, and now there's only Breaker left standing. No, he won't be able to crack any melons with that 50 Action Express. Nate will put the bookend on that one, a 3K for him, and a 4th round for Formidable. And looking at the seadoggs economy, they're gonna have to, well, take that on the chin, but not without buying up a few extra pistols.
Yeah, doing a little bit of damage. They're getting rid of those 2 AKs that they did. They're going to have to switch those M4s. AK, really tear some heads and do a lot of damage. So them not having them, probably what seadoggs want to happen. But they're just going for this Deagle play again and see if they could do a fair bit of damage, trying to destroy the eco a little bit. And Miz is going to be peeking out, losing a fair bit of health. And a lot of contact done, a fair bit of damage, but no deaths have been happened yet as they push their way out of. And look at that, beautiful shot by Gargoyle and All Might getting another 1 dig, but that is over. It is nearly over. All Might, 20 health left against Nate and Blues. And they've done it again, destroyed the eco and done a lot of damage to Formidable. But they still clutch the round out and get it 5-1 to Formidable.
Well, you can have all the economic damage you want, but it doesn't really mean much when you can't win rounds out. But now's when the side of seadoggs can actually start to get a foothold. It looks like the Formidable economy is not in as good of a state as you would want as a counter-terrorist, and they are looking to really put an end to that. But look at 2 members rolling right through it. CJ having no fear will drop 1. And it's a massacre right at top holes. Nate will get 2 to his name, and CJ and Miss Moore will actually get 1 frag apiece. And now, in amongst that flurry, it's Gargoyle in a 1 versus 3. Now 1 versus 2, or 1 versus 1.5 if you count the health pool. But Gargoyle will really have to tread lightly. He's on 16 HP and doesn't have a lot to his name.
Yeah, that's 16 HP. He's probably just going to go for the save. Might not be able to get this a minute on the clock, but Formidable have locked down that bomb. Going to be sitting in that rear hall area with Norp and an AK. The smoke will go out from that ladder connector. Is he going to go push for this? 16 health. Doesn't look like he will go for it. He's still questioning it, waiting for the right time. And that nade's going to go down. And Nate, finally, as Gargoyle pushes up, will take him out. And that's going to be another round. Very Formidable. Taking another one. This is 6-1. Very Formidable.
Yes, indeed. Look at Nate. He's been running roughshod on the entire seadoggs roster. We have a 13-2 line at the moment. Is basically untouched, and the next Formidable member in line has 7 frags in the name. It's not exactly a carrying effort, but Nate's like, well, I can frag out so you guys don't have to. But Floyd's actually going to rip CJ's head clean off. So yet again, those Desert Eagles proving to be quite a valuable asset. And that Scavenged AK has actually claimed another life.
Yeah, they love these eco rounds. They do get the kills out. It's going back to a 2v2. Just with these Deagles, they're cleaning up better than when they're on their buy rounds. They're just doing so much damage, but not quite getting those final ground kills, cleaning up the round. It is only Gargoyle left, and look at that. AWP shot, taking him out. Another round to Formidable. They're going off with these Deagles, just not quite finishing the round off. If they can recover those guns, they might have a chance.
That's how they won their first round, if I recall. They basically just crushed the CTs with Deagles. But now, with the full loss bonus for the terrorist side of seadoggs, they're able to buy as much as they are able to muster. And this could be their best chance to, well, break the streak of Formidable. They better do it. And CJ almost caught off guard, but will turn and drop Breaker, but not without taking a little lick of damage in the process. He's down to 73, but the AWP still ringing out and making people sort of hide behind cover. And even then, they're not safe. Floyd's boys down to 41. But Gargoyle still keeping everybody honest. And so is Floyd with the AWP on his back. And now the first winning position in quite a while for the seadoggs. It's a 3 versus 2. But to the credit, they do only have the bomb at the back of the formation on the back of All Might, but the A side is deemed to be quite clear, but CJ's still being a threat, but not anymore. Put down by Floaters on a 3K thus far, and hopefully he's able to finish that off, and that's what he'll do. That was a 4K for him, and that is the first round in quite a while for the seadoggs. They're not going down without a fight at least.
Yeah, they did take out another round. Beautiful round. That was their full buy-up. And they have forced Formidable doing all those damage. As soon as they lose a round, they're going to have to go into an eco. Hopefully going to take this out. A lot of CZs in hand and a Deagle. They did win their last save round eco. So they're going to see if they can do it again. That is a lot of power towards A. I think they stacked it. And just a lot sitting around. The A is going to be pushing out for the A main, and a spray down right, and they're going to be clearing that round out. But Yabo getting 2 kills. Look at right there. R1Z finally going to be taking out Nate, and this is going into a 2v3.
Yes, indeed. And well, it's still running right with the AWP is back, and now this could be the start of a momentum shift. seadoggs have gotten 2 in a row, and well, aside from Bugs, at least if the numbers don't lie, they don't have enough to spread around on the side of Formidable. They're trying to be a little bit more savvy with their money, but they do have 4M4s and the AWP still on the back of Bugs for the foreseeable future. Let's see how things will go. If seadoggs actually lose this could be a bad sign, but Gargoyle is lessening the chances.
Yeah, him peeking out, sitting in that Molotov, getting that kill, losing a lot of health, but that frag grenade will go in finally, clear him out. But this is in a 3v3 as they move towards and have claimed B site, and the bomb will go down. And it's a very similar lineup. 3 both have 2 rifles and an AWP. And look at a beautiful kill by Buies right there, taking out R1, making things a little bit harder for the terrace, but that will be a refrag right there. Breaker, he's nearly getting that kill, but this should be a round for Formidable as Yabo goes for the defuse and should have it. So it's going to be 8-3. Another round for Formidable.
This is our boy CJ, as it does say in his name. He will put the numbers in without the defuse kit. Does carry over the AWP too, so Buggs will be happy with him for that. Formidable have won out the half and stunned the momentum of the side of seadoggs. But now, given how, at least nowadays, it's considered less CT-sided than what the old train used to be. I think if you're on the seadoggs, you'd really want to be just knuckling down and even going to like scrappy tactics to try to get around to your name and just stopping this reign of terror on the side of Formidable. Nate's not helping. He's railed down Riz, and Breaker will get the refrag in turn. And MP9's off the table, but now FAMAS has as well. CJ has dropped to the earth. And Gargoyle's actually been dropping heads left and right. And the bomb is actually down to 2 versus 4 for Buggs and Jester to try to contend with.
Yeah, so gonna have looks like they might go for a save here. They do have that AK. They do have an AWP. Gonna probably not much money in their disposable right now. So they're just gonna go for this save as the terrorists are trying to probably find out where they are, running around the map. Gonna try and spot them out. No, if they get that kill, it's gonna be really hard for Formidable to take out another round, but they do get that save. So they're going to be able to carry those weapons over.
It would have been a bit of a really gutsy move for seadogg to make the chase, because their equipment value is not really all that high to begin with. They don't have the really all that good of an economy and can't really afford to break up the bodies. But that is another round for seadoggs. And is looking formidable. Aside from the 2 weapons carried over, they're really going to have to scrimp, save, and make good with what they've got going into round number 13.
Yeah, they've already got those couple rounds up, but probably don't want to give away too many more. But Gargoyle getting a nice little early on frag, taking out Buggs right there. And CJ getting on top of that train, going to be refragging out Gargoyle, ending this, leaving this in a 4v4. And R1Z seeing the CT drop off that train and finally getting that frag out. Orpa sitting in near that booth is going to get a kill. And just a lot of action happening from the terrace right there. They're just cleaning up the CTs. Only Jetster left. And he is in that ladder connector.
Moving out, Popdo did spot Mr. Floyd on the bomb train, and All Might's actually hit the deck too, so it's made really difficult. And Jester has the last laugh, and he will break the seadoggs down to his knees, and he's got plenty of time to get the defuse, and that will be revolution number 9, round number 9 on the board for Formidable. And seadoggs would really have to be kicking themselves, because Jester was the only one left standing, and he just ran right over them. No bones about it.
Yeah, he just cleared them out. They all took 1v1s instead of all pushing as a group. And he really made them play for it. Jester just taking those 1v1s, getting those heads, taking them off with that AK, and getting another round for Formidable, and putting them in a lot better place than they were last round.
Definitely. And now the seadoggs side are really just trying whatever they can, and Nate's having none of it. He'll take out Gargoyle and Riz, and Breaker will be the only person to reply. And Jester says, no punching in numbers for you. Breaker will be sent to the earth. And now it is only All Might against 3 angry CTs. The CTs which have bomb control and a long sight line for All Might to try to contend with, and they're all focused on him. All Might, what can you do? What can you do?
Still looks like he wants to contend this and maybe put up a little bit of a fight there. But if he pushes out, there's a lot of angles on, but All Might gonna get a little kill on to CJ there. popping his head right off. Left down to 17 health with 50 seconds left on the clock. They're just going to play some passive angles right now. Megatroid, they do have that bomb control, so he's going to really have to push out. They're going to be able to hear him pick that up. And there it happens. Formidable going to be popping out. And All Might's going to lose his life. That's another round. 10-4. And we thought this was going to be a little bit of a close game, but it's showing Formidable just want to take this one out pretty quickly, it looks like.
Well, they've got it. They've obviously got a date to that, clearly, and they completely broke the economy of the seadoggs. You only see one CZ, a couple of deagles, and a couple of scouts to keep the distance. But if you're Formidable and you win out this half 11-4, and you keep the momentum going on the T side, you may as well put a bow on it all. And Bugs will bring the squad one kill closer to winning out the half. Riz will try to sound off a reply, as will Floyd, but Meow and the CJ known rifler will get the last laugh, as a matter of fact. And that is 11 now for Formidable and 4 for the seadoggs at the change.
Yeah, another change. And Formidable going into the terrorist side. I'm expecting they're feeling very confident with the 4-11 scoreboard right now. So they're probably feeling ecstatic with how everything's going. So I reckon Formidable could take this one out. It's going to really depend on if they can take this pistol round out. If they do that, they're going to have a couple of rounds in the bag, which most likely.
True, but never, ever say never. Anything can happen in Australian CS, and I'm fairly certain you and a lot of people that are watching at the moment can definitely attest. The break is now over. Your defenders are now seadoggs. Your attackers are now Formidable. And let's run down the lay of the land. We do have one nade carrier, that being CJ, and the rest are armored up with Glocks. And it's basically all armor on the side of the seadoggs, and Riz being your defusal carrier. There's already a smoke out on the A site. I was trying to pull the wool over the eyes of the seadoggs. It looks like that's exactly what's happening. Unless Breaker can put a stop to it, does take down 2, but Breaker will be the one to reply. But now it's a little bit of a better predicament now for the seadoggs. We're in a 4 versus 2. Well, 4 versus 3.5 if you count Floyd on 11 HP. Now it's up to Jester and CJ to try to claw this back.
Yeah, Jester getting a nice kill onto Gargoyle. Just seeing his pack, little back sticking out, getting that kill. But it's pretty close. Floyd almost dead on the 11 health as well. No utility to mess around with for Formidable. They still do have a 1 smoke on seadoggs. See if they're going to use that. As seadoggs, they still have to pick up that bomb. Floyd peeking out and just not connecting. He is very low. He's getting a little bit aggressive. That's going to be Floyd down, but one is getting a nice kill, and this is into a 1v1 now. Only Jetster versus R1Z right now, and he has the bomb, so he could go for this plant, sorry.
You go the wrong way around, but Riz is up on the high ground, but Jester's done a magic trick. Is not seen by Riz, and Riz has dropped down to the lower level, has put out the smoke, and is sticking to it. Is Jester wise to this? They pass like ships in the night, and just like that, Riz, with balls of steel and nothing to lose, just stuck it in the smoke, and that was that. seadoggs got the round there, but Formidable would really have to be kicking themselves for Jester not even firing a shot into the smoke, not even taking a chance.
Yeah, just really completely got baited by that smoke. Probably was expecting that smoke to just be a fake and just like a ploy to try and find out where he was sitting. But no, just completely sat in there and just stuck that plant defuse. And that's another round for seadoggs. 5-11. Going to be having a little bit more money going into this round. They do have a lot of M4s, a scout, and Breaker with that. And continues his team. Gargoyle and Riz going to be getting another 2 kills. Only in a 5v2 right now. And there goes CJ. Only Jetster left now. But they did have that plant to go down. So they're going to have a little bit more ego to mess around with next round. Probably go for a full buy. Or might see that come up next.
they didn't really invest all that much, if anything at all, on the side of Formidable. So to give them a good economic stead, yeah, they definitely will be throwing everything they can at this round in terms of the coin they will be buying up. And hopefully Nate and his Reign of Terror will actually continue a 20 frag stretch thus far going into the third round of the second half. And seadoggs definitely not slouching either, and we have had a pause called. So that will give us a little bit of a time to try and digest what we've seen thus far, Chuck.
Yeah, there's a lot to digest as well. So going to be seeing Formidable really invest everything they got into this round. They're not leaving anything for the next round. They're going full in on this one. But a little bit money to mess around with if seadoggs will lose this round. They won't be the worst thing that happens to them. They will be able to maybe buy up some subs or anything like that for the next round. Probably their seadoggs are getting the confidence back and probably thinking they have a chance of getting back into this game.
Well, I guess winning will give you confidence. You could say that in almost any sport, and the seadoggs at the moment are at least being a good example of that. And freeze time has now been pulled. That it means the pause has. I did say it was going to be unpaused, but the pause has now resumed, or maybe I'm blind. No, it actually just did end up getting cancelled. So the pause is now over, and Formidable will look to stop the momentum of the seadoggs before it gets too out of hand. And the dogs really want to bite and try to keep this map going. We're going into the third round of the second half.
Yeah, getting into this round, that Molotov will go down into that A main. Argo getting a little bit of aggressive here. Going to be sitting on that red train on the bomb site, peeking in to that A main, and Nate getting a beautiful kill on to Gargoyle, but Gargoyle not going to do his job. He did get a kill, but look at this, they're crumbling. seadoggs are destroying them as they're pushing out. Jetster maybe in a good position here, will get a nice little frag onto Floyd. This is a 2v3, 2 AKs. They're still in the round to take this one out for Formidable.
This is about as close to a knife edge as you would have wanted. And the plan could actually be denied by a Rizza. That's exactly what he'll do, but he will pay his life for it. Thanks to Jester. Now a 2 versus 1. We've seen the heroics before from Jester, but the bomb is down, and now the body has hit the deck thanks to Breaker. Now the gap will keep shrinking. seadoggs are not giving up, not by any stretch.
Yeah, they're not giving up. They're showing they're here for the fight. They're going to stay in for the long yards. Going to stick it around. 7-11. seadoggs really kicking back this round. Not losing a round in this half. So, gonna send them back, Formidable, back to that eco round. Only gonna be having pistols, but both teams, you never count them out when they're on their pistols rounds. We've seen both teams do amazing work with their pistol buys.
You're watching off Australian CS, you'll basically expect a pistol round, either a win or the pistol aficionados to come close to a round victory. Let's see if that will end up being true, or the seadoggs will end up holding strong. And poor Floyd just got stacked on in the pop dog position by 2 men, and CJ will get the parting blow. So that's brought the defenses down a tad for the early going.
Yeah, so not too sure if they retrieve Floyd's gun there, but Gargoyle gonna be shaking out Jester. Gonna even this round out. Riz getting a nice kill onto CJ there as he was pushing out towards B. The smokes are down. They have, looks like, rotated a little bit, but not going to put all their forces towards B. They do send 2 back off site. Breaker getting 1, getting 2, and is he going to get that 3rd? Doesn't look like he does. He has to pull out and reload, losing a lot of his health, but it is only Nate left. The molly will go out, and this should be another round for seadoggs, and it will. 8-11. That gap is getting very close.
Yes, indeed, and I think these that are Formidable will really start to ask questions, but they do have the round loss bonus on the side of Formidable that's going to be really kicking into gear soon. And yeah, they are totally bored up. All AKs, there is not going to be an orb. There will be an orb on the back of Floyd, who I think is Flo in the HLTV listing. I've just had the petty drop in my head. I could be completely wrong here. But nonetheless, a lot of CTs really favoring outside, expecting a lot of aggression, but the side of Formidable are not really showing their hand yet.
Yeah, Formidable sending one down towards that line stretch. Just gonna be smoked out right now. Sprayed through and will get a lot of damage done off to All Might. Gonna throw a nade through, not quite connecting. So that's a fair bit of damage done to both right there. All Might left on 15. And Mizamore. Is that his name? Left on 8.
Ms. Mimore. Oh, Ms. Mimore. Oh, that's cool. That's neat. But it's different from the listings that we were given, and that's really confusing. I've been tripping over my words for quite a while. We're down to 40 seconds, and the attackers are down 2 men thanks to Floyd and his giant AWP. Buggs is trying to stem the tide, and Jester is doing the same, but Riz will riddle the Jester full of bullets, and Floyd will get a 4K to his name with the AWP, and now it's 9 for seadoggs, and Formidable are running out of lead to have.
Yeah, everything getting close. That eco money there, it's stacking up. They're getting close. Be able to buy every round. Gonna go for a pistol round. Gonna save up eco 1, and then they're gonna be able to full buy it again next round. So it's gonna see this. They're just gonna have to take one back. But it doesn't look like seadoggs want to let up. They're running out with CZs. They're just smoking and getting up and aggressive, but Gargoyle is going to peek out, and CJ having no defense to the back. Gargoyle is going to take him out as they rotate to B. That looks like a decoy as they all fall out on B, trying to get this plant go down, and Riz getting 1 kill, Floyd getting another, and that round is basically over as they all flood in at the end.
All Might actually got a team kill there, but when you're as economically sound as the side of seadoggs is at the moment, at least in terms of their numbers, you'd just be ribbing each other in the chat, like, "Hey, why'd you have to give me a love tap? Why'd you have to do that?" But the side of the seadoggs will be pretty happy at the moment. They have now got a 1-round deficit to overcome, but now is the toughest time to do it. The side of Formidable are entirely bored up. And now it is the true test for both sides.
Yeah, so we're going to see if they can bring this round, take this round out. Floyd's going to be damaged up by a molly here. They're lining up the smokes. It looks like they're going to go for this A push. Everyone is lining up for it, and the smokes will be going out and flashes as they start to go around that A main. And Ivy's going to be smoked off, so they're not trying to worry about this. Smokes are just sitting in position, and they're going for this plant, and look at that. Nate's just going to be covering out and getting 2 kills. Gargoyle and Riz going down. Jester going to be taking out All Might, and there goes Floyd. Only Breaker left, and this round, I'm calling it a different round to Formidable.
Breaker's trying to fight back, did take down the menace of Nate, but that will be the end of that. Miss More will not miss their mark and put them down. That is 12 now for Formidable. The streak is snapped for seadoggs, but in terms of their economic standing on the counter-terrorist side, not looking so good after the buy. They do have the double orb set up, though, so they're throwing everything at it. It's basically now or never.
Yeah, that quick flash is going to be getting Floyd a little bit sketched out as he's spraying through. Nothing's going to come out of there, though. He's just trying to go for some cheeky wallbangs right now. Nothing connecting, as they do looks like lining up into a main. Might be pushing out as some smokes might be getting thrown out in a second now, but Gargoyle is getting pretty aggressive, getting nice up and close towards that A main. Might be getting peeked out. If he peeks out too far, he might get taken out by Buse, but Gargoyle is going to lose his life, but Riz, Refrag, and Nate straight out of Floyd. Taking out Twigs right there, and All Might get another kill onto Jetster. All Might also taking out Misery, and CJ could not quite do it, finally getting taken down by Breaker. This is 11-12 round for round, and Formidable won't be able to get a buy this round off.
No, they will not. If they do, it'll be really ill-advised because a couple of rounds could actually be given up in the interim. But Formidable are really wanting to make this count. But a funny thing of note from the seadoggs side, they have 3 orbs. Golly, really wanting to keep the attackers of Formidable at an arm's reach. Maybe they can do just that. And a little bit of damage for All Might getting his feet that tickled down to 75, but your boy CJ will be down to 0, and that will force him to go to the bench with a 3-threat Lapua lodged in his chest. We are in a 5 versus 4 to the seadoggs.
Yes. All Might getting very aggressive right there. They weren't expecting. He pushed out. But Breaker, they're not checking these spots, and Breaker's just sitting in, getting one, won't quite get the next one. Breaker looks like they're getting this plan happening. That nade nearly did the damage, all the damage then, as All Might and Floyd pushed through, and there is 4v1. They can go for this defuse and watch all angles, and they're not going to be able to pick him off.
No, it looks like Justice wanting to hightail it. He's already got tagged, but he will carry over the armor and the AK to his name. But he will concede a round for Formidable, and we are now at a tie game. And if you look at Formidable's current economics, you'd be, if you were to put it a buy, it would be very lackluster at best. They want to have a go at it though.
Yeah, so they're keeping up with this 3-AWP play. Get a sense. Looks like they're gonna save one more round for Formidable, evening things up. It is 12-12. Jets just still having that AK he had from last round, but there goes Gargoyle with you. He's getting that kill onto Gargoyle there. Probably giving them a little bit more confidence.
Maybe it's like he just Gargoyle will be like, I lost to a Glock. Wah! And that's actually an AWP off of the table, which is a big pickup. And if Bug so desires, he could actually go and pick that up. But the firepower advantage is well and truly in favor of the seadoggs. It'll be up to the members of Formidable with armor and the AK on the back of Jester to really do work. But we'll have to wait and see how it all transpires. We've got 45 seconds left.
Did pick up that AWP. So, gonna see where they go for it. Doesn't look like they're gonna go for this B push. Breaker keeps changing up where he's sitting, and they're just not expecting him. All Might's gonna lose his life. Riz gonna also take out Seajoy Floyd. Push it out. Also getting a kill 3-3 right now. Seeing what's gonna happen. Floyd's gonna have to push back, and look at that beautiful kill taking out Nate, as they're not expecting 2 to be on that site. Breaker also hiding behind that little box. Not gonna quite get that. He's gonna get that kill. They weren't checking him out, but Jetster's still alive, and he's gonna be running away once more, saving that AWP this time.
Yes, indeed. And now we have seen the first lead for the seadoggs in this entire game. 13 rounds to 12 now. And if you're Formidable, looking at what you've just put to the coffers, you see the Galil, the AWP on the back of Bugs, and utility pretty evened out all over the place. If you want to go to the playbook, try something that works and throw it out as soon as you can, because you're running out of rounds.
Yeah, they're getting close to running out of rounds, as they send a lot of players towards Ivy. All Might's going to spray through and damage up basically everyone that was sitting down there. just doing a little bit of damage, but beautiful damage done.
And yeah, really running out of time. And Miss Me More has actually already been tagged, so a little bit of a rough time. So that was Nate, who has been one of the heavy hitters on the side of Formidable. If the side of seadoggs can actually put a stop to him, that might make things a lot easier. But just taking their time on the side of Formidable. 3 members and the bomb carrier actually gathering outside of Ivy, but All Might, Riz, and Gargoyle all chiming in to quell the attack, and they're doing a good job of it thus far. And Buggs, it has dropped to the earth, and Miss Vivor is trying to rally back, has gotten 2 to their name, but will have to ace it out, and Breaker will prevent that from taking place. 14 for the seadoggs. 12 for Formidable, and if you are the attacking side, you'd have to be asking a lot of questions.
Yeah, they've only taken 1 round this whole half and given a lot out to seadoggs. Seadoggs about to get this confirmed overtime, but they don't have much to really stop that from happening. They do have the 4CZ and Riz getting 2 kills. Taking out CJ, taking out Jetster, Breaker getting another one, and Breaker getting a second one. Only Biggs left for this. Having the AK in hand, and Gargoyle finishing that round off. Very fast round. Giving seadoggs that 15.
That was clean, fast, and while blink and you miss it, they basically ran to the loving arms of the seadoggs defense. And it really is a shame, because let's bring attention to Nate for the moment. He's on 25 frags for the entire match and 24 Jester. And then Miss Moore and your boy CJ on 16 and 13. Buggs bringing up the rear. But Floyd's actually brought it up to 25 by taking out CJ. And that is 4 frags left for seadoggs to get a victory. And Gargoyle and Riz are shrinking the numbers. And in the blink of an eye, Riz and Breaker will put an end to the match. 16-12 will be the result. And that is seadoggs taking the W.
Yeah, we definitely thought this game was going to be close at the end. It really looked like Formidable was just going to take it out straight away with that, I believe it was 7 rounds up. They were at the half. So giving out all those unnecessary rounds, just beautiful game from seadoggs, taking that thing round out at the end. So yeah, beautiful game by seadoggs.
Definitely showing the stronger counter-terrorist side. And well, the defense was basically unable to be cracked by Formidable. And that is a little bit of a thing to work on in the future, but that will be the first match and first W on the board for seadoggs. And that is where the match will conclude, 16-12 for seadoggs over Formidable. And we will take a break. Next up, we have Legacy and Breakaway going at it, starting off their seasons. You're watching CappingTV and their ESEA Mountain Dew League coverage for season number 29. My name is Justin, aka Cyber West. My co-caster has been Chuck. We shall return very shortly.